Gonzalez has us ready to go, and we are underway here from Bank of America Stadium. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Room here to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Off the play fake, Prescott. Now he steps away. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. McCaffrey running up the middle. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to pull those nickel or set packages, don't they?
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Prescott. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Holding. Offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Prescott now. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Prescott. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. Connecting here with Christian McCaffrey. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And the first play will be a field goal try from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Maher is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, one possession, one drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive,
really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 39, Prescott. It's caught here by Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
This is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That play ended for a net loss by Jesse Bates.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Holding. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing. Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. Slant pass, it's Ferguson. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Maher able to put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Jackson's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Renfro.
Go get him now.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Play action. Now Jackson.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Again, Jackson.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 48 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Cowboys. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
come up now on 2nd and a yard. They go play action now. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Prescott now. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
He sounded almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one?
They got into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They juked him down at the 25.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Touchdown! Adam Thielen, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, I think we both got to thinking the team that scores the first TD may be the one to win this football game. And here we go, our first touchdown, and it comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and it's a testament that both of these defenses were able to hold the line this long. But now, on the other side of the field, they've got to be thinking if they got it done, we should be able to punch one in ourselves.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Panthers 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give the Chubb out of the gun.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense, and this home crowd, they're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Jackson now off the bootleg.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A give. This is Chubb. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Jackson on first down.
And that one complete to Stephon Sullivan. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Jackson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Jackson.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Here's Jackson.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Square now at 13 all as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Here's Prescott. Pass complete. It's Adams.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set.
Now Prescott. Got his man, it's Woods.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Dak.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Prescott. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
To throw, Prescott.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. To return is Roberts.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Jackson to throw. Connecting with Andrews.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And out now come the Cowboys. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, Prescott stripped. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Holding. Defense.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And Chubb trying to middle here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Here's Brian Anger now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was.
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson.
Complete. Smith has it. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be tackled about 2.